How are you feeling? Laz, I know you've been here since the beginning. Jensen, you're stepping in towards the end game here. Did it feel different on set knowing this was kind of coming to an end, at least the major series here?
It did. It definitely did. Every scene and every episode meant something. We didn't want to leave any money on the table. We really wanted to go all in and give the fans everything they've been wanting to see for the last 5 seasons, and then some. And I really feel like it started in the writers' room. Kripke really set the table for us to do that. And then anything that we were able to add as characters, we did. I feel very satisfied with having left it all on the field.
Yeah.
So just hoping that people receive it the way that with the effort that we put into it.
Your characters' pasts are really intertwined, like darkly intertwined, obviously. Soldier Boy caused that crash all those years ago. Do we get to see any like face-to-face with and Soldier Boy this season, or are we not teasing that yet?
Oh, I don't know if we can.
I don't think we're teasing that.
Yeah.
I don't think we're teasing that yet.
Yeah.
But I always think that if they're not teasing it, then something's bound to happen.
Right. They would have said no.
They would have said
Yeah.
no. I don't think we can tease that just yet, but I will say that there's a lot of boxes that are checked this season.
Yeah, I know you at least get they've confirmed that you get your Supernatural reunion this season. How
a box I didn't know existed.
Exactly. How different is the dynamic on set when you're with you're on the boys set versus Supernatural where you're number one on the call sheet?
I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah,
because when you do a show and you spend that much time with the cast and with the crew, it really does become a familial type of a situation. And it was certainly like that in Supernatural, and it definitely feels like that on The Boys. There's just a real camaraderie that exists with not just the cast, but with the crew as well. Everybody really shows up and enjoys doing what they're doing. I mean, some days are, it can be really hard. It can be outside. It can be cold. You can be covered in, whatever Kripke cooked up. And so some of those filming days are really hard, but it's when you're doing it with the people that support you and really are wanting you to do your best and just have that kind of that friendship and that brothership. And I just think it felt very similar on The Boys that it did on Supernatural. And I think it's a testament to Kripke. He builds these worlds and he puts people in them that he's got a good eye for casting, and I think it's a testament to these guys too for finding that. And good people find good people. I like to say.
Yeah. Laz, did Kripke ever think of giving powers? Do you know? No, not even once.
Absolutely not. And I hate that part of the show. Every season, I beg for powers. Every season, and
what would be your power?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. But I always thought like at least super strength. At least at a bare minimum, let me be able to punch a hole through somebody's chest. But because he likes to box, he was a boxer in the Marines.
Of course.
So, yeah, I mean, every season, like I would pitch Kripke earlier and earlier before he opened up the writers' room. Like, okay, Krip, this is the season. This is the season. Even like last season, I was like, well, what if, we realized that he had a refrigerator that nobody knew of stashed with mother's milk. And that was the milk that he was drinking that was filled with V. But yeah, Kripke felt like if mother's milk had powers, then it would defeat the purpose of you don't need powers to be a hero.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Up with some spin-off ideas as far as titles for Mother's Milk. One, Milk It, where he runs a support group dealing with people and soups and, all that stuff. Also, Got Milk, a detective series where he investigates, superhero stuff. Jensen, I know Vought Rising is already coming, but I want them to retitle it to either Crapton America or Old Man Yells at Nukes. What do you think of that?
Wait, what was the other one? Old man what?
Old Man Yells at Nukes.
I like crap in America. I love crap in America.
In America.
Love it. Love
All right.
it.
They're going to push me out of here. I just want to thank you guys for the time. Can't wait to see the rest of the final season here.
Hey,
It's great
thanks
so
for the
far.
laughs, Mike. Appreciate it.
No problem. All right.
All right.
Regardless, love the boys. Loved episode 1. They didn't send me any more, and I'm crying about it. But I can't wait to see where the rest of this goes. I was actually just looking at betting odds of which characters are most likely to die this season
Ooh,
of
we saw
the
that.
boys.
What are the odds? What's going on?
You're not looking good. It's looking like 91% for Butcher.
Ooh.
Where do you think Huey is on the
I think
the
I saw
list here?
this. I think I saw this, so I'm biased. I think I saw. I'm like, what am I like number 6? Or
No,
something
you're
like that?
dead last. They think
Dead
you're going to live,
last?
man.
So
15%.
who the audience think is definitely going to die?
You're at the top of the list, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What about MM or
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
they're
got
in like the
16.
middle of the pack, man.
middle of the
Okay,
pack?
okay.
Okay.
But
Alright.
regardless, Kripke is always teasing spinoffs, so I came up with some spinoffs to pitch you guys. Let me
Okay.
know what you think
Please.
would be the best one. Jack, I came up with Huey Doofus in the News. It's basically Huey becomes a Lois Lane superhero beat reporter and has
Ooh.
adventures within the boys universe here.
Yeah, I love
I love that.
I'm very,
Searching
very
for the truth.
I'd be down.
Yeah. Carl, my second one is Let's Get Butch, an international butcher on the run CIA espionage superhero kind of show, or The Butcher Shop, where he runs a superhero black market business.
Mm.
What do we think here, guys?
Yeah, I think are you like a show of Butcher on the Run is of Peel? I think a bit of work needs to be done on the title.
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's get Butch.
You're heading
My
with
one
that?
note was
Like
Huey
Butcher on the Run.
Doofus. That was
Yeah.
my one note, but sure.
Huey Doofus in the News. I just, he's got that music thing, and I wanted to mix it in with that.
Oh, it's playing Huey Lewis.
Yeah.
No, I was just like, well, we're just calling him dumb outright. No, that makes a lot more sense. I'm there.
A little bit of everything, but yeah, I did want to take a shot at you there, Jack. Final seasons.
And the Huey Campbell Kid.
Ooh,
Right, little Butch Cassidy.
Oh, I like that.
I would love a Butch and Sundance
I'm
one
in.
here.
Yeah.
Great.
Final seasons always have this kind of weird emotional cocktail. Like it's part summer camp is ending and part like we're about to emotionally ruin these freaking audience members
Tequila.
Yeah.
and part tequila, of course, as always. What did season 5 feel like day to day on set? Was there kind of a melancholy to it, or was it as much excitement as ever?
No, listen, I mean, when we're there, we're just focused on doing our jobs and certainly we shot it in the depths of Toronto winter, so there was certainly a challenge, but I think all of us, we're very, very aware that this was the final season and that every day, not to take it for granted and just to enjoy the time that we have in each other's companies, because for us, that's actually the best part of making the show. It was pretty special.
Yeah, like thank God we knew
Yeah.
going in it was the last season. So I feel like everybody was very aware of being present and taking it in because it was the last time we were gonna take this crazy ride. So
Yeah.
I'm really happy that we took it all in.
Was there a lot of reflection as far as where you were at the start of this versus where you are now? Like how much this character has changed you?
Not really. I mean, like when you're in the throes of it and you're just concentrating on executing, what Kripke's vision is to the best of your ability and just dealing with the challenges that come every day, you're not thinking about results. You're not thinking about how it's going to be perceived or legacy or anything like that. You're just focused on doing the job.
I did flash back to a lot of like just memories of shooting the show. Like I remember just shooting, scenes with you this season and just being like, hey, remember our first day? And how we were just getting our sea legs still. We were like in that bar and Butcher was trying to convince Huey to go into the 7 Tower. Like it just feels like we've come so far since then. But yeah, no, echo what Carl said. We're not thinking about results. I was just thinking about it more in the practical day-to-day memories of being on set and just how long I've known these guys. It's been 5 seasons, but I've known
like 9 years.
9 years. It's just nuts.
Wild.
Just the sheer amount of fluids you've been covered in over all these years has been
Not so much
wonderful.
Butcher, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's had all the fluids.
All the fluids. You
every
also
one of them.
come to me. So there's all the different combinations. Yeah.
All right, they're going to push me out of here. I'll say on the way out, who do you think wins between? I mean, both of you can vote on this: Johnny Cage or Billy Butcher in a fight.
Oh,
I mean, I'm biased.
Wow.
I'll go Billy Butcher just because
Heck
I'm
yeah.
biased.
I'm going to plead. I'm going to take the fifth on that.
Yeah.
That's which fictional character is going to beat which fictional character. Yeah.
All right, I'll get out of here, guys. I love the show. Love you guys. Hope
Thanks,
you
Jeff.
have a great rest of the
Have a
press
good one.
day. All right. Episode 1 was so good. I'm chomping at the bit to see more. Final seasons, I was just saying this with Jack and Carl, they always have this weird emotional mashup. Like there's part summer camp is ending and part everybody's yelling big finish and, you know, trying to land it. What did season 5 feel like for you filming it on a day-to-day? Was it emotional?
For sure, emotional. I think we were cognizant of the fact that the end was coming. And even in the beginning months in episode 1 or 2, we start to realize like, oh, this really is coming to an end. And sure, the storyline wise, I think it's great to know when the end is coming. So then the writers can do their thing and give it their all. And I'm really satisfied with the way that we end our show. But on a day-to-day basis, you know, it's just a feeling of like, oh, I'm gonna miss this, and I wish this could go on forever. I keep saying we should do a movie at one point just to get the gang back together, but we'll see what Amazon and so.
Kripke is always talking about spin-offs. So
Hey,
Yeah, true.
and we already
Right.
have 2, so
Yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
it's not so far-fetched.
he was teasing more. I've come up with my own for each person I'm interviewing today, so I can pitch you mine of your characters and
We'd
let me
love
know
that.
which one you like best.
Okay.
Aaron, I have light work for your
Oh.
title. So this is Starlight attempting to kind of rebrand and make herself, you know, in Hollywood again. It's kind of like Barry, but with Starlight
I like that.
getting pulled
Okay.
back into superhero bullshit. Karen, yours I'm calling Quiet Riot. And it's
Oh,
like
I like
I
the
know.
ring of that.
it's like a stylized action series where Kimiko, now that she can speak, big development, just tells Frenchie, you know, all these, you know, tales from her silent days when she was just like silent superhero action music video extravaganza kind of thing. I think that would
my
be really
gosh.
cool.
I would love that. I hope that Kripke greenlit it on the spot.
I'll call him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it, please.
Was this season feeling kind of looser because it's season 5, or was it like even heavier because you know you're coming up to the end here?
I think heavier.
sure, heavier. Yeah,
Heavier.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And also, like, we want to give the audience what they want, right? Our fans are the reason why we're here. Our fans are the reason why we make the show. And so that like inherently just adds a heaviness that's already there in terms of like the plot line's heavy, the stakes are higher, and like I don't think our desire to satisfy the fans would translate into a looseness. I think it's just definitely heavy.
Yeah.
How often do you find yourselves just reading the script and going, this is fun and satirical, but Kripke, are you looking into like a crystal ball here of political events and all these things that line up with our real world? It's just kind of crazy.
Every
single
season, every episode, we're like,
but in
how-
retrospect, more so because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's the whole crystal ball element, right? Like a year later, I'll look at him and be like, "How did you?" Yeah.
come up with
Yeah.
that.
It's pretty insane. I was actually bringing this up with others too. Did you know there's betting odds on which characters are going to die?
We did,
Yes, my friend just sent me that.
Like we've got friends hitting us up asking us to pitch in so they can win a lot of money.
I know.
Obviously,
We should
like,
just come up with fake accounts.
Absolutely. Who do you think is more likely in the running right now between your characters?
Oh my gosh.
Mine.
I
I've
think
already-
yours was.
Mine.
Yesterday
I was
was
really
like
surprised. Like
32% or something.
yeah, mine
right?
is like the highest, like below like the evil characters.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
You're now second lowest. You and Huey are picked
Me?
to
Oh,
survive.
really?
Yeah.
Or her.
No,
What about
Kimiko is up there. She's in the middle of the pack.
Oh, really?
Oh
So
my
we're way back up
gosh.
there. Well,
We'll
we'll
have to
see.
see.
We'll see.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I can't wait to see the rest. I appreciate the time. Thank you so much. Hope
Thank
you have
you
a
so
good
much.
press
So
day.
much.